name is Joy Brooks Gear, and I work in watercolors. I'm a watercolor artist. I used to work in oils and acrylics and pastels, and I've done different mediums, but when I decided that watercolor was easier to work with and clean up, and then I started winning awards for my paintings. I usually use references of photos that I've taken, and sometimes I put 2 or 3 pictures together to get what I want. And sometimes a picture will take me 2 or 3 months deciding what to paint, doing sketches ahead of time, and then going back and then painting them. And then sometimes it'll be 2 or 3 weeks. I always like to plan on a month of working because I work layer after layer. Some paintings have about 12 layers of paint to bring it up to the values that I want. I selected the art here because I felt that maybe people would enjoy looking at them. There's some award-winning ones here. I've won 15 awards and had 2 in the National Art Show. And as I look around, I always feel that these are all my babies, and perhaps somebody will enjoy one of them.
My name is Jennings, and I have been painting about 5 years in a serious way. Previously, I had done a lot of crafty things through the years, and they really didn't interest me that much, but someone suggested to try actually painting art, so I gave it a try, and all my paintings have names. This is Rising Heat. I know most of them by heart. This is Rising Heat. This is Orange Number 1. That's Oasis. The kind of painting that I find I like is a mixture of contemporary and traditional. Some is strictly abstract, and that's contemporary, but I kind of mix it, like as you could see in that one, that's definitely a mix. I have taken a few lessons, 2 series of lessons a few years ago, but now I just kind of go off on my own. With the abstract, you just start. You have an idea of what colors you want to use, so you start, and you keep going until you like it. That's really it. Oh, I love art in public places. We have it in law offices. I had it in a dentist's office. Anybody that really likes art, whether they're artists or not, they're pretty willing to have people come in and display their work. I think a lot of people walk past art all the time and don't even give it a look, which is kind of interesting because they'll stick things up on their wall that, I don't know, different old photographs and things like that. And they may be personally comfortable with those, but to really enhance your home, your bedroom, your living area, you really need some color, some life, and that's art.
I'm Larry Palmer, and I'm an artist here in South Florida. I've been here since 1982 and been painting since that time. And my genre usually is the Florida Everglades scenes. I was about 8 years old and I liked to draw, and my parents, they were progressive, and they brought me oil paints for Christmas, so that's how I started it. Right, normally what I use is acrylics as a medium. I guess everybody prefers oil, but the acrylics are versatile, so I utilize acrylics. But I do multiple mediums, so I'm not really stuck to one thing. Through the years and everything, I've done different things. Like I can do pencil sketches, I can do just about anything in art. I also used to do a cartoon for a newspaper for crime prevention while I was in the service. So I've been doing this a long time. My favorite is the pictures of like the women and stuff like that out in the fields and things like that. I was in Korea for a year, and I went around and I took pictures of all the old women in Korea. And I did a series of paintings while I was over there. And then at the end of the year that I was there, I had a one-man show of just the older people. Mainly because I don't paint them. They usually paint young, beautiful women. And so I just painted all the people, like ladies with apples and ladies with garlic and stuff like that. I mean, it was beautiful. I liked it. And we sell the art, yes. But that's not my main thing as far as art goes. Actually, for people really just to look at it and appreciate art is the main thing. Yeah, that's what I get from art. I think art is to be seen and to be appreciated, so it has to be out in the public.
Subjects that I mainly photograph are landscape, seascape, and Americana. I started when I was about 6 years old in photography, and I actually went to school for graphics, and I worked for one of the local newspapers here. That's what led me down to basically getting more deeper into photography for advertising, and then slowly just shifted over to doing it more as a personal hobby. The medium that I work in is large format photography. It's basically 8x10 film, like they used to use back 40 years ago, same as Ansel Adams and Clyde Butcher uses. The reason why I like large format photography is I'm able to create very large prints with lots of detail, where digitally I just cannot get that kind of resolution. I'm really honored to be able to have my work in an art and public place. I think it's great that I'm able to help show the community what we have to offer here in Southwest Florida, and I'm also able to help preserve our ecosystem. The display that will be going up at the airport, I'm going to be having 4 pieces. They're going to be about 46 by 52. They're basically going to be the Boca Grande Lighthouse, which everybody pretty well knows in the area. There's going to be Hillsborough River State Park with a nice slow shutter speed, so it'll be nice and smooth water. There will also be a lot of cypress trees. In the area we have a lot of those that are part of our ecosystem. I guess you'd classify myself as part professional artist and part-time artist, simply for the fact that I do teach at one of the local colleges, mainly the retirement community, on how to do photography in beginning, intermediate, and advanced levels. That's what helps get me out there, but I do the photography in between those items as well.